welcome to the channel, guys. It's a lovely day here in Brewarrina. Dougie and I are having a walk down by the river. There's some beautiful birds, there's bird songs, a little bit of wind around, but I'm very excited because today we're going to actually go and explore these amazing Brewarrina Aboriginal fish traps. Well, it's time to travel and we've got the Windsor back on the road again. It's exciting. For those of you who've been watching our channel, seeing us do the renovations, we're now heading off on a 3,400 kilometre journey around New South Wales. We'll be sharing with you the good, the bad, the exciting places, the charming destinations. Dougie will be out having lots of walks, so we'll be sharing some of the history, the places to stay, the things to do, the food to eat, and so much more. So Brewarrina is nested on the banks of the Barwon River in the northwest of New South Wales. It's also affectionately known by most people as Bree, and I think that's going to be an easier option for me during the course of this video. So I'm just going to call it Bree. Now it has been a historical, cultural, significant location for thousands of years prior to white settlement. It was a cultural meeting place for Aboriginal people and the home of these famous Aboriginal fish traps. Now I'm not even going to try to pronounce what it's known as, so I've just typed it in the notes here. And I'll leave that up to you. But these ancient fish traps, sadly, a lot of it has been destroyed because they were trying to bring in paddle steamers and all sorts during the 1800s when white settlement occurred. So I can't remember exactly how much is left, but let's say it's about a third. Today, I think it's World Heritage listed, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is really, really fascinating. And the interesting thing that I've noted was while we were there, there was a lot of birds. So even the birds, like the pelicans, have learnt that this is the place to come to capture fish. So it is beautiful here, and you can see it. Now they also have added a man-made fish ladder because they installed a weir. I'm not really sure why they installed a weir, but they've installed a weir, and so they've installed also a man-made fish ladder that comes down the side of the weir. After spending a good while looking around the amazing fish traps, the history of the fish traps, and exploring around that area, we have come up to the Tourist Information Centre, which is in the main street of Bree. It's a lovely tourist information centre with lots of items to purchase. We picked up a sticker and a magnet, but we wanted to get some more information about the town and things to do. But one of the things that I did notice both as we were coming into town and also around the Tourist Information Centre is all these beautiful murals. Now they're really interesting looking murals, and I don't know how to best describe them other than to show you guys. Now one of the things that I really liked was having a lizard who was actually playing the drums. So the artwork is all over the main street and in lots of other different parts around the town, so you do have to explore. So this is only a small sample of it, but here we have some native Australian animals, and they're playing the drums, they're banging. Oh, and there's a koala just lazing on the top of this. Now this is actually the toilet block. Oh, there's us, the grey nomads, travelling around. This is so cool and interesting, all this artwork. And then it's a shame to see that some of the artwork, though, has actually been damaged by people, which I'm not really sure why you would want to write over such beautiful artwork. But this was one of my favourites, where there was that, and Dougie, I got him to pose for this one because I really like the details of those kangaroos. Anyway, now we're heading up and across the road, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of the town. Interestingly, the pub is not a pub. So the pub is actually a coffee bar, which was interesting. I didn't realise that when we first came into town. Now, in addition to the artwork that I'm going to show you a bit more of, which was actually put together by a guy by the name of John Murray, and he's quite a famous artist. There's also this interesting sculpture that celebrates the shearers in the area of Brewarrina. So Brewarrina would have been quite famous for its wool in its time, and then it sort of moved away from that as time's gone on with droughts and those sorts of things. Now we're about to head into this coffee shop, but I wanted to show you this mural as we head in there. Now, the interesting thing, this coffee was really good, I will say, and I did enjoy having, they had these little tiny baby cakes that were like a mini cupcake, but it was really, really nice. The only downside of having a dog was having to sit in these little tiny chairs, stool things, outside, because I couldn't take him inside, which was interesting. Inside's quite big, and it was absolutely packed when we were here. So it was obviously a very popular place to grab things. Now just look at these emus having a really good time at this cafe. So it's really interesting, and it's fun, and it's quirky. I will show you some more of the other ones as we head back out to the caravan site a little bit later on. But after having a really nice coffee and cake, we're now going to head off to the Aboriginal Cultural Centre, but I'm just going to have a little sticky beak up the street. So we're heading across the road to the courthouse in Brewarrina. Now, this courthouse was built in 1872. I'm not sure whether it was the original part was the brick part, or whether or not the original part was the wood part. It doesn't tell me on the sign, so I don't know. But it's a beautiful courthouse, and it's still in use at the moment, with lots of modern stuff added to it, so hard to say what's original. Anyway, we're going to head down the road a bit further because we're going past this beautiful church, which I really rather like. It's not the only church in Brewarrina, but we're heading down to the Aboriginal Cultural Centre, which is back down near the fish traps where we started from this morning, which I'm looking forward to doing the Aboriginal tour. So we booked ourselves onto the guided tour, which was really good. It cost $25 a head, but it was definitely worth it to have the guided tour. We went through the back area of the museum and got to see all these amazing artifacts. Now, he was happy for us to take photos, but we weren't allowed to take video. So I've done my best with what I had to show you guys just a small sample of this amazing tour. It was really, really interesting. It started off 1,000 years ago when the cultures came together as a meeting place, and went through to the time of the stolen generation and the impact that white people had on the area. After the tour, we decided to hop back in the car and head back to the caravan site for some lunch. And then I'm going to have a look around at the bridge. But I said we would show you some more of the artwork on our way back. So the flood levees, and this is just a small sample of the flood levees' beautiful art murals that are also painted by John Murray, and they're all over town. But this is just a few that we saw on our way back. The attention to detail in some of these, like the echidna, is just mind-blowing. When you think about how big these are, they're really huge murals and really stunning. Well worth coming to see Brewarrina just for the murals. So I'm taking Dougie for a walk over to the historical Barwon River Bridge. Now, it was built in 1889, and this is a lift bridge, and it was a crucial part of the paddle steamer route, and it's one of only 2 surviving examples in New South Wales of the first lift bridges. And it is absolutely amazing to think that it's still here all these years later on the Barwon River. But the downside is when the paddle steamers came to take goods from here down to the Darling River and then on to the Murray River, they destroyed big parts of those amazing fish traps that we looked at earlier. Anyway, I'm going to show you the bridge while Dougie has a nice walk. Having a quick look around the bridge now. Dougie's back in the caravan having a rest, and I'm heading off to collect some sticks because we're going to have a campfire tonight and we're going to have a go at cooking a roast on the campfire. This could be interesting. We'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to it. We have cooked on the campfire before, but not a roast, so I'm just picking up as many little sticks as I can find. We did buy a bag of wood in town, which cost us $18, which was not bad, and that will probably see us through for tonight as well. Now, I don't know why Dougie wants to hang out beside the fire. It's a good job it's not going yet. Now, we had a guest visitor come in and say hi, just as we were starting to get the campfire going. There's all my sticks. Now, don't laugh if this doesn't work. Yay! We got the campfire to go, and that's going really, really well. I'm hoping to put a kettle on soon, but we've got the roast getting ready. It's marinating. So the roast turned out really well, guys. I think we'll do some more campfire cooking. So we've stocked up the fire again, and it's dark here now. I'm just showing you how beautiful this fire is. They do say that the fire is your bush television, and it certainly has been for us out here. So it's day 3 in the town of Brewarrina, and we'll be heading out of town now. We're heading on to the town of Byrock, but I do want to show you some last little bits and pieces while I take Dougie for a walk that we spotted in the town. Now, Brewarrina is really famous for its fish, and you'll see fish art all over the place. So I did spot this last bit of art mural that I wanted to share with you, and also some metal artwork which I found very interesting. That this was all made out of scrap metal. I particularly liked the bird. I thought the bird was beautiful, and so it was well worth showing you guys around. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of our trip around New South Wales. We look forward to seeing you in the future in another episode. Please feel free to put comments in the comments box. Have you been here before? Have you met Dougie? We look forward to seeing you in our next exciting episode. So stay tuned to the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe.